Gimble, come feel there. Rock a bandana like Tupac, I've been there. Rock a do-rag or wave cab, I lay my shit.
What's good, Gooners and Goonerettes? It's PSV versus Arsenal. It has been an absolute nightmare trying to get to the stadium today. I've been in the car for over 2 hours, probably the longest drive I've had on my way to the stadium. The rain has been coming down for 7 hours now, and it's just been an absolute nightmare. But forget that and the weather. We have a Champions League game on. So here's the team sheet. If you watched the Back 5 podcast on Monday, I did predict that David Raya would be starting in goal. Good to my sources, and he's done exactly that. David Raya starts tonight. The back four is Gabriel, Saliba, Zinchenko, Ben White. And in the midfield, we have Declan Rice and also Martin Odegaard, and in comes Kai Havertz, which I said would probably happen. And then up front, Trossard replaces Martinelli, and then it's Jesus replaces Nketiah, and then Saka. So that's the first 11, guys. More worried about De Jong, to be honest with you. Now, De Jong, he's got 3 goals in his last 4 games. He scored in all 4 of the Champions League qualifiers. And PSV, obviously top of the league. Ajax no longer the fighting power in Holland anymore. It's PSV now, and they're looking really good this season. As I said, they have scored 13 goals, only let in 1, played 4 in their league and won all 4 games, and the last 3 games has been 4-0, 4-0 and 5-1. So they are not going to be easy to beat today. I'm actually going for a 2-2 draw tonight at the Emirates, but it's going to be a very, very tough game. Champions League is not going to be an easy one for Arsenal unless they start off. This is probably the hardest game in the group that we'll face, and the guys will have to really turn it on strong if they're going to really produce a result tonight. And then who knows? They've got the quality to do it. I'm really, really, really hoping Kai Havertz gets off the score sheet, or if he creates something, and obviously for Trossard to continue his good form. That's very important to us. So guys, I will speak to you at half-time, and then we'll break it down then. Peace out, guys. Right back at you. What's going on, guys? It's half-time. Arsenal 3-0 up against PSV. And, it kind of caught me by surprise. I went for 2-2 in this game. There's undoubtedly quality on PSV's side, and they look like that, and we're going to talk about that in a bit. But Arsenal really, guys, come out and they've looked fantastic. I mean, we think about how tough the Premier League is, and we also think about the difference between Champions League and Premier League. And most Premier League teams know how we play, and they sit at the back and they make it difficult for us to bed themselves in. So when we play a team that's more open, we're allowed to express ourselves a little more, and that's exactly what's happened in this game. It's probably what's going to happen at Spurs. I doubt Spurs are going to come here and do what United did and sit at the back. But lo and behold, Arsenal putting down a marker in the Champions League, 3-0 up at half-time. The first goal was caused by the captain. He goes for a shot, Odegaard, goalkeeper saves and parries right into the feet of Saka, and Saka puts it home. But the second goal, fantastic work by Saka on the right-hand side. He gets wide, he looks up, he spots Trossard, the pass is beautifully weighted, and then Trossard finishes. Trossard really good in this game. The third goal again, lovely weighted pass. Trossard gets in there, and then just, I tell you, he finds Jesus. Jesus gets the ball and then swings it in, top corner, left net. Just brilliant, brilliant, brilliant football. Trossard, fantastic, very intelligent player. In terms of what I talked about with him and Martinelli, you do get something different defensively from Martinelli. And of course, Martinelli going through, taking on defenders. You're not going to get that with Trossard. But where Martinelli's game struggles is his vision, his ability to spot a pass. That's not in his locker. And that's what you've got with Trossard. Trossard, on the third goal, he sees the defense, he sees the attack. He doesn't play the ball in straight away, he holds it back. He puts his head up, he sees what's available, then when he sees Jesus, that's the pass he goes for, and then it puts Arsenal up 3-0. It's something you wouldn't really get from Martinelli. So let's talk about the goalkeeping situation. David Raya, as I said to you guys on Monday's podcast, I knew he was going to start, and that's why I said it, and he started again today. So what does that look like? Well, he's come out again he's doing all the things that Ramsdale isn't doing in terms of being more commanding. We've had 6 crosses come in, he's come to collect 4 of them. So he's definitely more in demand in that way. but then he's hit Saka 60 yards on the right-hand side with pinpoint accurate passes as Arsenal are being pressed. So what does that do? It basically beats the press. He's become press resistant, and PSV, who are pressuring our back line, they're sitting 3 attackers on the end of our box, and Raya's beating them every single time with that right-hand pass to Bukayo Saka. So this is what we're going to be seeing from Raya, and it's the reason why one of the changes have been made. So guys, so that's it. The first half, really good stuff. 3-0. PSV is a danger, there's no two ways about that, but they're a very small team, they're not very physical. And when you see what Declan Rice has been doing in the midfield and what Saliba's doing, they're getting tight and they're getting physical, and that's very difficult for PSV to deal with. My only issue there is on the left-hand side, Ben White setting off, allowing them to make runs at him, allowing them to get crosses in, and it's making Raya do too much work. If you close that down and put the winger under pressure, then you stop those balls coming in. It makes Raya in the defensive life so much easier. So I'd like to see a few adjustments there from Ben White. But I'm happy overall, guys. I'll talk to you at full time. Guys, I'm not going to be long because it is absolutely coming down here. It's been raining since 11 o'clock this morning, and it has just not stopped all day. But so I'm not going to take too long here as I'm making my way back to the car. It's Arsenal 4, PSV 0, and it's been a proper display from Arsenal. In the second half, we saw the manager absolutely having to manage the game, taking off a plethora of players. All 5 substitutions used, and it was great to see Smith Rowe come on, and Nelson. She's given a lot of people rest, a lot of opportunities to players that just haven't been able to get on, and that's where the 4th goal comes. It's worked well, bit Smith Rowe on the left-hand side. He finds Nelson in space. Nelson's perfectly weighted pass to Odegaard, running in on his favourite spot just outside the area, tees up his shot. It's a left-hand shot in the bottom right-hand corner of the net. Arsenal 4-0. And guys, the player ratings is up on this side, as you can see it here. I'm closing this off, man, because I'm absolutely soaking. I'll catch up with you guys later on in the week, man. Great win tonight. Arsenal taking control. Champions League football is back. Come on!
I'm trying to be a black king.